What is going on, guys? Today we have another headliner. It is the centre back, that is Marquinhos, coming up next. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the headliner 87 rated Marquinhos, the Brazilian centre back from PSG. He's got what? He's got an inform, he's got a UCL, and he's got an 84. I did manage to luckily get his his inform in a red pick when it came out, so I was pretty happy about that. Looking at the price of this one, you're looking at around about 100k on both consoles, and then for his inform, you're looking around about 60 to 63 on both consoles. So overall, he's not really highly rated price-wise, so that kind of normally says something to me, the fact that he's not very high in demand. He may be one of them ones you either love or you don't. Well, before we get into that, looking at some of the basic information of him, he has a 2-star skill moves with a 3-star weak foot. He is right-footed with being 6 foot, and then he's got a medium work rate. So 6 foot isn't quite massive for a centre-back, but it still does the job right. Medium, again, don't really feel like it massively affects my defenders too much as I have them staying back. In-game stats, he has 2016, which again, isn't incredible. I know, obviously, his shooting is considerably lower. It is only 42, so it sets the tone for the rest of the stats for me. Well, he's got 78 pace, which, again, isn't terrible for a centre-back, to be honest. Really, if you go in the 80s plus, that is a very unique amount of centre-backs. Like, you've got your Varane, you've got your Van Dijk. They're your ones that will have the 80 plus. Normally, 70 to 80 is pretty standard for a defender, in my opinion, and I can deal with that. Whereas, being this 87 rated, he's only got 80 physical, and 88 defending is really good. I think that is fantastic. But 74 passing as well and 73 dribbling, I'm seeing the different stats and thinking, you know what, it is a very basic card, and it's considerably low for an 87 in my opinion. I didn't really feel too much enjoyment with this card. He did the job okayly. Yeah, I'm using made up words, but I didn't find it to be all that enjoyable with him. I thought Varane, and I like Bailly at the minute. He's my centre back to link De Gea. But I did find that Marquinhos fit into the team a little bit, but not incredibly. I think he definitely needs someone like Varane who's a bit faster, just to make sure he covers his back, basically. And then obviously having the left and right back, wherever you position him on the centre-backs, is always nice to have someone to be able to cover behind him as well. So, he has got, looking at the defending, looking at the best stat on his card, he has 86 interceptions, 82 heading accuracy, and 88 marking. And then he does have the 90 standing tackle and sliding tackle. So overall with the defending, I'm pretty happy with. I think that's really, really decent. He does have 90 jumping and 84 aggression, only 78 stamina, which again, for a defender isn't that too much of an issue, as obviously they're not pushing forward too much. And then he does have 77 strength, which isn't great. But he does have 86 reactions, 81 ball control, and 84 composure. He has then 86 short pass and 82 long pass. So they're pretty much his above 80 stats, and there isn't a huge amount, mainly in the defending, the physical, and then the dribbling. Passing has obviously got the other two, but everything else is pretty low in my opinion for what a card like this should have. Overall, I thought he was an average centre-back, and that's annoying because obviously he is quite a decent centre-back in real life, and with the rating of 87 I'd expect a little bit more from this card, but I just found that he just lacked a little bit. He weren't as enjoyable as some of the centre-backs I have done, and that for me is where he lacks down. Defending wise, I thought was fantastic. It's mainly just kind of sweeping up a little bit. Maybe the passes out could be a little bit better. The composure on the ball, again, obviously I'm not saying that you're going to be running through the whole team with this card, but I'd like to be able to be comfortable to be able to pass it back to him, play it out wide, and then move from there. But I just don't feel too confident with this card. So overall rating, I'm giving him a 7.8. I know it's considerably low compared to a lot of things, and a lot of people will probably say different, but in my opinion, I think he isn't a meta centre back, for my opinion. Let me know down below what you think. What do you like of this card? Personally, I've not used this red card really much, just because he hasn't really fit into the team a hell of a lot. But even when I've used him, I didn't really feel the card. I like Kimpembe and Thiago Silva too much to choose this card over them if I was making any sort of PSG team. So let me know down below what you think of this card. Personally, I thought it could be a little bit better. I thought he could definitely have that little bit extra in him. You probably could play with him in the red picks within the weekend league, but personally, I've got other centre backs in mind for that. Hopefully he does go up as well. We never know. If he goes up to an 88, 89, I may revisit him and see what his stats say then and see how he plays then. But for now, I'm keeping him at that. Let me know down below. Make sure you give this a like. We're going to be finished off the headliners very, very soon. And make sure you subscribe to make sure you see that. So I'll see you all again next time. Peace!